Buongiorno. Welcome on my bed. So, you've seen the title? You know what's going on? Yeah. We are reading Miss Colin Hoover. I don't know where should I start. Because honestly, I don't know what to say. It's not the type of book that I usually read. I like to read fantasy, I like to read classics, I like to read middle grades. This is everything that I don't read. I don't read romances at all, especially if there is not any magic involved. Like, if there is no magic in a book, I don't read it, I don't look at it. But I've been curious. I've been curious a lot, and this book went crazy. Like, literally, not only this book, but Miss Colin Hoover went crazy. Everyone knows her, many people read her, and I want to know what is the hype about. I don't think I'm gonna like it. And I'm saying it because I want to see the comparison of me before and after reading it. So my mindset is saying me that I'm not gonna like it. And maybe it's wrong, maybe I should keep my mindset positive. And it is positive, I'm like very positive about reading it. I just know I might not like it. But I still really want to check it because it's like I've never read anything like this before. I mean, I've read some John Green when I was in high school. I'm just so curious. Okay, let's start it. Should we start now? Okay, let's. Oh, and also I'm buddy reading this with my best friend, this cutie. She already finished chapter 1, so I need to do the same. I'm sorry, I can't believe I'm reading this. And by the way, I don't know what it is about. I just know it's a romance. Like, I don't know the plot of it. I don't even care. Let's read the first sentence together. As I sit here with one foot on either side of the ledge, looking down from the 12 stories above the streets of Boston, I can't help but think about suicide. I did not expect that. That's intense. Okay, so the first line gets me. It gets me. I think it's interesting. I want to know why. I'm just gonna keep on reading. I finished the first page and I get the vibe. You know, I already get the vibe. Okay, I'm gonna move to my couch. I think I'm gonna be more comfortable there. So let's go. Come with me on my couch. It's page 12. We already met the boy. It's page 12 and he's already cute, hot, beautiful. What else is he? He has strong arms. Oh my god. It's 12. It's page number 12. I really feel like I'm reading a fanfic. I don't think I like it. It fills me with so much cringiness, I cannot take it, but we will see. Dude, it's page 12. Like, page 20. What? I thought they were gonna have one night stand, but they're not. It just caught me by surprise. It's really hard, I'm not gonna lie. It's really hard for me to read this. I'm not used to that kind of stuff. It's so cringy, it makes me want to cry and laugh. I'm gonna finish the chapter and then I will talk to you. Okay, finished chapter number 1. Let's get back on the bed. Because I like the lightning on my bed. So, it reads very quickly. It was the first chapter and it's the cringiest thing I've read in a long time. I don't think I've ever read any, like, I'm looking at my books and I don't think I read more cringy thing. And that's only first chapter. Only first chapter. There's whole book. I don't know what's going on. I know it's a reading vlog, so I wanted to finish it for a reading vlog, but I really don't want to read this. It's so bad. And I'm sorry if you like this. I'm gonna keep on reading. I can't believe I'm reading this. But the Atlas was mentioned. I know this name, Atlas. I know this name. I know there's gonna be like a story with him. So that's what I know. Didn't know he was homeless. Now we know it. I'm just gonna keep on reading and I will let you know later. So I'm reading chapter 2 and currently we're reading Her Diary / Letters to Ellen DeGeneres, which is sort of abstract. And right now we're following Atlas. This reads a bit better than the chapter first. It's not that cringy. I'm like following this story. I'm like interested what's going to happen next. So maybe that's a good sign. That's it. I'm interested about Atlas because the first dude, I don't know if he will appear later. I don't want to know it. I'm thinking Atlas might be cool and they're younger. I think it's like more interesting to me to follow younger characters than older because at the first chapter I think she was like 23 and here we're coming back to high school and she's 15. Okay, I need a break. We are on page 58. I just finished chapter 3 and I have to admit that I'm getting into the story. Which is so funny because I was so sure I'm gonna cringe all over it, but I'm getting slowly into it. I can see why I prefer part with Atlas because they're younger and I think I'm just not, it's a little bit easier for me to connect with her. That's why the part with this, what's his name? The surgeon. What's his name? Something starting with an R, right? Ryle or Riley, how do you say it? I don't know. Either way, I don't know what to think of it yet. I'm thinking I'm gonna like Atlas more because he is like younger, pure, you know, and Ryle, he's a dick and I don't like those kind of characters. And yeah, that's what I'm thinking for now. I'm gonna have a break because it was too much young adult for me. But I will continue and then I will let you know. Hello. So I'm not going to lie that I'm not sure what to think. I'm at page 100. It's literally 100. We're gonna be starting chapter 8. It's a bit problematic, okay? Because it is interesting to follow, but the book covers so many inappropriate topics like sexualizing women, and it does not affect me because I'm an adult already and it's quite interesting to follow the book. Like, don't get me wrong, I do find it extremely cringy sometimes, but it's interesting to follow it. But that's me, I'm an adult, so I don't have any personal attachment, characters or the situation, you know? I'm already in a good relationship, I have my own life, but the thing is that many young girls reads Colin Hoover, which I see very problematic. I think, and that's complicated because I feel like girls my age won't read this book because it's too plain for them. But many younger girls can read it. But they don't know much about life yet, so everything they can learn about love, relationships is from movies and books and experiences, which is not very good because this book is not a good representation for love and attraction and sex or gender or whatever. That's what I've been thinking lately, because I can read it, I might even enjoy it, like I'm not gonna be mad about it. I already know it's cringy and about love, so I accepted that fact. But I've been thinking about those younger readers, how it may affect their young and unaware minds. So that was just my recent thought, yeah. But I'm gonna say it's really interesting to read it. Like, I'm reading it and I cannot put it down because it's just like I want to know what's gonna happen next, but still I find it very problematic and cringy. And now we're gonna go for a walk. We're gonna go for a walkie and we're just gonna read it. I'm like, can you see? I'm here. Tell me what do you think about it? If you read her, because I can see that it's a problematic for like younger readers. Okay, whatever. Let's go for a walk. birds is so cool. Okay, so I'm somewhere between the middle, page 188. And my first thing, when I started reading this book, I was extremely interested and captivated, and my attention was captured. Why? First of all, I never read books like this. I never do, because it's not my taste and I don't like to. So I was immediately captured by how new it was for me. First thing. Second thing, I could not stop being so affected by how cringy it is to read, which gave me some kind of pleasure, you know, and just nice time. It was funny to read. It's like you're watching, maybe not as much, but you know, when you're watching Twilight, I love it. And I know it's cringy, but I love it. And same right here, but Twilight is way better than this, don't get me wrong, but it's a similar feeling. So that's the second thing. Third thing, I don't know what's the fourth thing. And I don't mean to be rude by saying that this book is bad, but it's not my style of writing, it's not my cup of tea. The plot it's definitely not something I would be interested in on a daily, and it's this kind of book that will not give me satisfaction of reading a novel. You know, I read fantasy, I read utopian things, I like to read non-fiction, poetry, philosophy, so that's just weird. That's why reading it was really, really fun at the beginning, because it was so new, so weird, and so cringy. Yes, baby? Hi, baby. It's okay, my baby. When, baby? I love you, baby. That was my baby. So, as I was saying, that's why it was interesting to follow. But now, when I'm just used to how it is written, when I'm used to how cringy it is, when I'm used to all of that, it became boring. It became plain. It became not important. I don't want to be so negative about it, because I think we will see. It does speak about toxic relationships and relationships with your father, your lover. So we will see. There are some interesting things going on. So I think I'm just gonna talk to you when I will finish it. 150 pages left. So I feel like we have some catching up to do. I'm on chapter 27. It's not cringy and funny to me anymore. It used to be very cringy at the beginning. It used to be funny because I read it as a goofy romance book about two boys, and I was thinking, which one is better, which one is cooler, blah blah blah, whom should I root for? No, it's a very problematic and toxic book that speaks about toxic relationships, about abuse, about hate, about jealousy, about violence, and I don't know what to think of it. I didn't know that I was getting into toxic relationship kind of book. I thought it's gonna be goofy romance with a lot of sex in it. Honestly, that's what I thought. With two boys, two cute boys. No, it's not. And I'm confused a little bit and sad, because it's always hard to talk about relationships, toxic relationships. Just my perspective has changed and I don't know what to think of it yet. But it's tough to read about that. I definitely don't think this book should be marked as a romance book, because it's not a romance book. It touches upon very problematic topics. I don't know what to think of it yet. It's just my perspective has changed, and yeah. I want to finish it soon because it makes me uncomfortable and weird. That's the update. It's the middle of the night. It's 2 a.m. and I finished It Ends With Us. What should I say now? That's so funny because I don't think I have anything smart to say. I'm very happy that I finished it because I feel like the whole process of reading it was so weird and toxic. Oh god, I look crazy. So it started with me completely cringing over the book, then I kind of understood that it was not a romance, it was a book about abuse and toxic relationship. And then in the end, I feel nothing. I liked the end of the last chapter when she had a baby and it finished with the words, "It ends with us." I thought it was cute because we don't care about guys anymore. It's own daughter-mother relationship, which I think it's nice. But I'm having issues with this book. I'm like so confused because I had so many feelings towards it throughout reading it, but in the end, I'm just like, I don't care. I'm very happy that I finished it because the reading process of it made me feel bad and weird. I didn't like the relationships in the book. I mean, the toxic relationship. I just didn't like it. Of course, it was abusive relationship. I didn't like it. I don't know what's the purpose of this book, and I'm happy that I finished it because it gave me so many anxiousness and wrong ideas. It did finish very nice. I am happy for the main character to let go of the abusive relationship. I think that's hard for women to do very often. Yeah, in the end, I think it was not a horrible book. It was not horrible. I just didn't enjoy it. It's not my taste. I don't think it should be marked as a romance, and I'm probably not gonna remember it after a while. That's actually everything I have to say. So that's it. I don't want to own this book. That would be really it. Thank you, I guess. Now I'm gonna go edit. Thank you. Bye.